Afternoons with Zweli on 947.
Dropping all your favorite afternoon beats from 12 to 3.
I said that I'll tell you everything about what happened to me this weekend as I went off to that wedding. Jimmy, or Jimny, Suzuki Jimny, as I like to call him, finally tied the knot. And beautiful times, beautiful ceremony. Like I said yesterday, nothing better than love. Now, I had a very difficult and uncomfortable Saturday morning and afternoon, and this was all because my suit was too tight.
You can't sit with us!
I couldn't sit, I couldn't dance. Not that I would even attempt to try and hit a young for show because it's a disaster, but I just had to keep still. Because my friend, one wrong move and it was quickly going to turn into a...
You need to leave!
And you know, if there's one thing I hate the most in the world, it's embarrassment. Anything can happen to me, but I don't want to be left blushing and red-faced from embarrassment. Now, that nearly happened because outside of my suit being super tight, I remember that things nearly got even worse for me in terms of this wedding. Because I had completely forgotten that there was even a wedding taking place. I know, and you'll be like, but it is your friend. How would you forget your friend's big day? Hear me out. Get the invitation about 2-3 months ago. You say, yes, I accept, I am coming. And then you don't get any reminders, none via email, SMS, or whatever the situation was. So I clean forgot. I remembered in the middle of the week last week, hence I had that very tight-fitting suit. It's going up on my Instagram just now, by the way. It's still busy loading because apparently the files are too big or whatever. But nonetheless, I nearly forgot about this. And thankfully it was in my calendar, so I quickly did a whiz and I was like, oh my goodness, there's a wedding. Now the thing is, we've got to be honest. We're friends. Come a little bit closer. Okay, I won't sing Brandy. Tell the truth and shame the devil. We've all been there. We've all forgotten something very, very important. But the levels of importance vary. I had forgotten about a wedding. I eventually made it. And had I forgotten, would have been in trouble, but it wasn't going to be a life-threatening situation. You, on the other hand, you're a pure-up terrorist. Maybe it was a birthday, your anniversary, a wedding, as I just mentioned. Or how about your child? Picking up children from school and all these sorts of things always seems to be a big thing that parents forget. A little bundle of joy. They're not a bundle of joy if you're forgetting them everywhere. How about an exam or the passport on your way to a holiday? Anything and everything. What's the most important thing you've ever forgotten? And what happened afterwards?
947.
I nearly forgot to attend, but I nearly forgot that my friend was getting married. I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous. How can you forget? Well, technically it was just the wedding. But luckily, calendars are there. I made it. Everything was peaceful, except for me and that suit. It's now on Instagram, by the way. That was about to end me. Nonetheless, let's go to some messages. Monique's in Durban, says, hey Zweli, craziest day of my life. I forgot my own passport on the kitchen counter before our honeymoon. I only realized when we were at King Shaka Airport. I then had to call my sister who lives in the neighborhood and she's got a spare key. Luckily, she was able to rush to the house and then to the airport in traffic. And my husband still reminds me every single anniversary. Why is it reminding you if you made it on the trip? If you didn't make it on the trip, then there's a reason I must remind you. Also, what happens if he had his and then you didn't have yours? We can't both stay behind. Now we're going to spend more money. I know I'm opening up a can of worms, but come on, think of it. If you and your partner at the airport and then they forget their passport at home, do you go and then they stay? We must have a chat about this one day. Anyway, glad it worked out for you, Monique. Another message, Ayabonga says, my wife's birthday, Zweli, I only remembered when my mother-in-law phoned to ask what we'd planned. I almost became single that day. Yeah. Johanna says, I forgot to fetch my son from rugby practice. He was sitting with the coach for almost an hour. I have never, ever driven so fast in my life. And there's a message again that's come in over here, and I'm pretty sure this is the same person who had mentioned this probably last year or whenever it was. I don't know when. But I've got a message over here, and it is from Lato. Lato says, Zweli, the person that you are speaking about that drove to work and forgot their kids were in the car was me. It was me. Yeah, Lerato. Again, I'm just always shocked at stories like this because that means your kids are really well behaved. How do you forget that you have got kids in the back there? Because all I imagine when you're driving to school the entire time is screaming, noise, things breaking. Kids make noise. How did you forget that they were... Gonna get into some more messages as well as voice notes.
947.
Most important things that you've forgotten. Mpoen Benoni says, I forgot I was supposed to... No, you see, this is abhorrent. You see, now you're making up things, Mpo. This can't be real. I'm not... No. Verbatim, Mpo says, Hi, Zweli, I forgot I was supposed to be the best man. Forgot I was supposed to be the best man. My mate phoned me a couple of weeks before and I was just chilling at home. And that's when I remembered that I actually had duties at the wedding. How do you forget that though? I don't know. I feel like me, I forgot that it was a friend's wedding because I was just attending and it had been 2 months since I accepted the invite. But if I know I've got responsibilities as the best man, I would dump you as a friend. What do you mean? Can't forget that you're my best man, that you've got the most important role of the day. Nonetheless, Dominique Majola from Our News is over here. Hello, Dom.
Hi.
So what have you forgotten? You seem very forgetful.
No, Zweli.
What? I'm just saying it's an observation.
I'm a responsible person who doesn't forget things, but not this time around.
Oh, so there actually is something that she's forgotten. She's trying to convince you she's responsible, but yeah. Anyway, tell the truth, shame the devil. What did you forget, Dom?
So I went to a funeral, my grandma's funeral.
Oh.
It was on the 20th of June.
Okay.
And I forgot my license.
Forgot your license as in the license that you used to drive over there?
Yes. So the license in case I meet JMPD officers who want to check whether or not I forgot it at home. I drove straight from here when I realized when I got there, because my little card has, my little thingy purse has my license, my bank card.
Yeah.
Left all of that at home.
I just need to find out, how far were you driving?
From here to Randfontein, I'm not sure how many kilometers is it.
You're in the province, Dominique.
I am in the province, of course.
Dominique's like, oh my gosh, I forgot a license. Like you're driving to KZN or Mpumalanga. You are just driving here in Gauteng. Oh, well, you can escape the cops that way. Tom's got your news next. Let's wrap up your voice notes.
Hey, Zweli, just this past weekend, I was going out of town. I packed everything. I forgot one thing.
What?
My toothbrush.
Oh!
Yes, imagine. Worse. I don't think hotels do that, give out those, but
they sell them.
My toothbrush to get one. Imagine that.
Yo, Zweli, you starting problems. Zweli, don't do that. Don't start nothing. If I forget my passport and we're going somewhere really, really pricey, Lalela, we both stay. What do you mean? The other half.
Zweli, I am ashamed to admit it, but I forgot at some stage that I had a godson. Hear me out. I was, a good auntie, good godmother, good godparent for the longest time. And then I had my own child. Developed mummy brain. Forgot it was birthdays. Forgot I had a godchild. Until parents of this young man said that she was calling out the godparents because they're not stepping up. So I was like, who are his godparents? And she said, you. I was like, ooh. Well, me and another dude. But, yeah. That's the worst thing that I've ever forgotten.
Forget. You see, you're even forgetting important roles in your friends' and family's lives. I must say, though, my sister over there, she's like, I'm opening a can of worms with this entire thing. No, I'm not. If you forget your passport at home, we're not both staying. One leaves and you stay at home. No worries. Producer DX, put this one down. Tomorrow, we have got we're dividing the city. We need to find out if we are together or married and one forgets their passport. Do we both stay at home?
947.
Ridiculous.